Alrighty, I'll just finish getting these links sorted and I'll be right with everyone. Apologies in advance if I'm a bit sneezy because there seems to be a lot of pollen in the air, and for whatever reason citrusine is just not helping. Alrighty, flighty. Oh, come on. How's it going, everyone? I'm working on some horns for God of Icons, which is coming back tomorrow. They're over my kitchen table, so yeah, really should have brought them over here to show them, but basically it's just plain unpainted foam for now, so not really much to see. Anyways, let's golden some sun. I'm feeling a bit sleepy, but starting Sunday I'm gonna have a couple of weeks off work, so hopefully I'll be able to rebuild my energy. Hey Nellis, how you doing? Game is started, and we have visual. I mean, everything's plugged in as it was before, so hopefully you also have audio. I think I've said it before, but this is basically called Book 2 because originally both Golden Sun and Golden Sun The Lost Age were going to be the same game, but there wasn't enough space on the cartridge, hence the very sort of sudden end to the first game, and all the data transferring and everything you can do here. No, that's pretty good. Your guts have been getting back at you for all the sweets you've been eating, so you might vanish again at some point. Okay, do what you need to do. Oh, and hey Icky, thanks for giving him a shout out. Oh, hey Nick, thanks for the sub. You've been subscribed for 41 months. Blimey indeed. How long is 41 months in years? Wait, so 4 years is 48 months, so that would be just under 3.5 years. Icky. Bly me, bly you, bly everyone. Nick, you're pretty sure there haven't been 40 more months in the history of Earth? You know what? You make a good point. Oh yeah, Nick here is playing Earth Defense Force with Talia and sorry, I completely blanked on Iris's name for a second there. The delightful Iris. Everyone's favourite mouse girl. Oh yeah, so I emerged from that pass. The Kimbombo Mountains, and we're basically trying to find Piers, who we helped prove innocent, but had already taken off because a bunch of jerks have stolen his orb. Something I'm sure Nick can find relatable. Now, the orb is needed to pilot the ship we would like to very much borrow ourselves, so... yeah, we are going to do a bit of a rescue, because he's almost certainly got himself captured. He doesn't know he's part of the party, but he split the party, and that's his folly. But, you know what, let's just check. Are there any gin about here? Basically, because I want to sort of see everything the game has to offer, I've allowed myself a printed off game FAQs guide to find all the gin. So, Venus gin. There'll be a couple in something called the Gombombo statue, apparently. Mars gin. Nothing. Jupiter. Okay, I'll need Piers to get the next one. Mercury. The next two will basically come with Piers when he joins the party. Okay, we're all good for gin. Let's get on with the main plot. We're a little restricted until, you know, I actually get access to the ship. No, speaking of stole orbs, Blade someday. Yeah, Friday's open until the end of time, probably. Nick, you could go for some blades as well. Oh yeah, well, I've got a couple of weeks off work, so... yeah, if you all want to sort of work out a date, I'm happy to run. Okay. This looks like the place. Kimbombo. Ah, there's a torch in the way. If the great Kimbombo's mouth doesn't open, Akafubi must not yet be a true witch doctor. I feel so much excitement. At last will the great Gambombo recognize Akafubi's strength. Pepper! Oh, lucky Pepper. So this is one of those items which will permanently increase stats. So let's boost some luck. Who needs more luck? Definitely our main character. Okay, notice you don't have this Friday open. Oh, sorry, next week open. I mean, this Friday's already booked up for a thing. Not a streamed thing, but still a thing. Now, those are definitely pillars I can hop over. So there must be something about. Akafubi was a good man when he was training with Oria. After Oria died, Akafubi was simply no longer the same. Akafubi has not yet attained the magical skill that Oria possessed. I worry for our future if Akafubi's character is as weak as his magic. Akafubi's ceremony is set to begin soon. I wonder if he'll succeed this time. It's strange that Akafubi decided to try again tonight. What bolstered his confidence? Okay, Piers is involved somehow, I'm sure of it. Akafubu blames his failures on the jewel he originally used. He claims it was no good. That's why he led a team of soldiers to find a new one. Oh, that's why they stole the orb. They attacked some town to get the jewel he needed. I hope no one was injured. Akafubu is attempting the ceremony again tonight. Oe performed the same ceremony with no problems. What's holding Akafubu back? Oe's sudden death brought pressure and responsibility on Akafubu, well before his time. No less. Oe, ting, walla walla bing bang. Wait, ooh, ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Now, the version of that, I know Alvin and the Chipmunks sort of originated that song, but I most know it from, from a, British band in the 90s. I think they were British, called Cartoons, who literally had like, live-action cartoon style as their aesthetic. So they had like big foam hair wigs and stuff. I think they were a bit of a one-hit wonder though. I'm afraid of what Akafubu will do if he fails the ceremony a second time. When he fails the ceremony, Akafubu gets so angry. Hope he doesn't turn his anger on to me. I'm afraid of his powerful magic. Well, it can't be that powerful if he's gonna fail the ceremony. When the Gambomber is angered, his eyes glow with rage and fire shoots out of his mouth. I hope Akafubu hasn't angered the great Gambomber. I'll be sorry to see him die like that. Akafubu has tried this before, he's always failed. Tonight is different though. With this new gem, he may succeed. As a child, Akafubu was every bit as horrible. He always cried when he had to share his toys. When he was good, he was very, very good. But when he was bad, he was awful. I know that reference. It's about me. Hey, no pushing. You're not going to get any closer with all these people packed in here. There are so many people here. If I want to see the ceremony, I'll have to climb the posts. Hint, hint. If the great Gambombo lights the jewel, his mouth will open and his tongue will stick out. It sounds weird, but it's a sign that the Gambombo accepts the offering. If the great Gambombo actually moves and sticks out his tongue, I might just faint. I hope the great Gambombo is satisfied with Akafubu's jewel and opens his mouth this time. If the great Gambombo opens his mouth, he'll have acknowledged Akafubu's power. When the great Gambombo accepts the door will open. Exactly, Icky. The people pray for the holy Ang. Notice, thanks to the quote. Is making the jewel float with the power of his mind all there is to it? I'd have thought the ceremony like this would have required a little more effort. Like, even my kid knows that cantrip. He's failed so many times already. Won't the same thing happen if he tries it another time? As an aside, I love how, mechanically accurate the D&D movie was. During the last ceremony, Akafubu made the jewel float in the air, but the mouth of the great Gambomba did not open. The great Gambomba is supposed to open his mouth if Akafubu is worthy. Well, if you consider he might just not be worthy. Just saying. Okay. No less, rules accurate, yeah. I mean, it was pre-rules accurate. Like, you could feel the places where the party would mess up their roles. You know, like how the sorcerer made the bridge collapse. And the party just conveniently found the portal gun from Portal. Which, to be fair, the writing was, foreshadowed. Hey there. Oh my, I've heard of these ceremonies like these. Foreign deities are so frightening. Well, come where we want us. Okay, that's neat, so I still have access to healing. So yeah, I kind of like the implication that the healer guys are all sort of like missionaries. And that's why you find them everywhere. Nick, it captures the vibes, not the rules, you say. Yeah, that's fair. But like, you know, when Simon, sorcerer, that had to be a deliberate reference, was, you know, using, was it magnetism to steal everyone's stuff, and then just using cantrips, because he was concentrating on the spell? That's neat. Notice you referenced a lot of player-side features, classic and otherwise, that used them against the explicit rules in the game because they wanted to make an exciting story. True. I think my favourite reference was just like a couple of little rust monsters. I think it was just after the two lead characters had just been sort of arrested and were about to be executed before they beat them up and ran away. He who is the witch doctor of the Kimbombo holds the most revered office in our whole town. If only Odir had taught his magic to someone else. If he had another pupil, this would go much more easily on poor Akafubu. He would not be alone. Akafubu looks really confident tonight. I think he might just succeed this time. He travels to Madra and returns with a stolen gem, and now he expects us to call him a hero. Yeah, he is kind of a dick, isn't he? Maybe he should rebel and give me back up my stuff. Yeah, it's true, Nolis. The druid wild shapes into an owlbear, which isn't allowed within the rules. Although, to be fair, they did release the character sheets. And there is actually a sort of an in-universe explanation. Basically, the tiefling druid, and you know what, headcanon, her player is a trans girl. Actually, I've got a very elaborate headcanon there, but that's besides the point. Basically, the explanation is druids can wild shape into beasts because they're part of nature, and she basically has done enough research on owlbears she considers them natural, which is how she gets around it. Now, just being able to wild shape 5 times, that's against the rules, but still. Although, you know, flavour is free. Like, there's nothing stopping a druid saying they're wild shaping in rapid succession while using the same stat block. Which, to be fair, I think was maybe possibly the intention when they tried to use the ranger stat blocks for wild shaping. Icky, what's more tiefling than breaking the rules? Exactly. At last, the sacred night has come. Tonight, Akafu becomes the Kimbombo's new witch doctor. All of you pray in the depths of your hearts for my success. It looks like the initiation ceremony is beginning. I'm not sure what'll happen, but we better hurry, Brioche. Now, who's this up here? Who are you? What are your intentions? It looks like Piers here has already forgotten us, huh? I know, we met Piers when he was in jail. It's not like he had lots of visitors either. Wait a second, I know you. You're the travellers who came seeking me when I was in jail. Oh, so you do remember. I love how sassy they're being here. No less, they hear that the staff works contrarily to how limited teleport spells have worked for pretty much ever. Well, no less, magic items tend to have their own rules anyway. So it functioning like a portal gun kind of works. No less, the movie is an indictment of the actual game in your opinion. How so? Oh, right. They read the first half of the Dimensional Door spell, had some cool ideas, and simply threw out the bits that prohibit fun and creativity. You know, like every D&D table. What are you doing in this place? Actually, that's what we wanted to ask you. We're wondering about you, Piers, so we followed you here. And that's what brings you to such a dangerous place. What's that supposed to mean? We came here to help you, Piers. Why are you being like that about it? Tell me something. Exactly when did I ask for your help? Silence. I shall now present our jewel to the great Gambomba. Ellipses nuts. Sorry, exclaim these nuts. Notice any non-player who watches the movie and then joins up a game with a veteran DM has been set up for several rude awakenings. Yeah. Sorry, still a bit coffee. Oh great Gambomba, please accept this, our humble gift. Please accept this, our humble theme music. Those are some catchy drum beats. Please, great Gambomba, accept this jewel. Look, the great Gambomba has noticed the light of the jewel. Why, great Gambomba? Yeah, the great Gambomba's like, eh. Icky, better than turning up and expecting Skyrim. I mean, to be fair, you could very easily build the average Skyrim run. That is to say, you could build a... If you want to build an archer, your best bet is the scout rogue. Just don't even bother with the ranger. Yes, I know the 2024 rework makes them better, but still. The scout rogue's been there the entire time. Quattro, stealth archer when? I just said. Scout rogue. You got the stealth, you got the archer. Your prayers were weak. Open your hearts to the great Gambomba. Sing your praises and dance to the great Gambomba until your prayers reach his ears. Icky, Bree recommends playing a rogue. Glad you're sitting down for this shocking turn of events. Well, no, I don't want to recommend playing a rogue. I want to play the rogue. Please ignore all the times I've been on a party with multiple other rogues. Akafubu is no witch doctor. He's an adept. I may have to confront him to get my orb back. I may have to fight. I'll do whatever it takes, but I will have my black orb back again. No list regarding Skyrim and D&D. Yes, but no. Skyrim bends over backwards to let you try everything on one character. D&D wants you to pick a lane or two. Yeah, that's true. Quattro, you like a ranger yourself. Yeah, that's fair. Like, to be fair, you shouldn't really just play a character, you know, take character options because they're the most powerful. I'll take a weaker character who's more interesting to play anytime. As you can see, because I'm a Minotaur main on Lancer at the moment. It's no use. We can't get to Akafubi from here. This won't work either. What are we going to do? We can't get over there. Piers is in trouble. Shouldn't we try to help him? Maybe if we could do something about that stump, we could reach the backside of Gambomba. We've got to help Piers, right, Brioche? Icky, what is a hacker but a keyboard rogue? It's true. I think I've often said the hacker is the science fiction version of a rogue. As an aside, if you really want to think deeply about how rogues work in a tabletop RPG dynamic, read A Burglar's Guide to the City. It's just an approach. It's an accessible book, but it's basically all about architecture, city design and stuff, and how it sort of plays into people who commit crimes in cities. More often than not, it involves just ignoring rules. You know, like, what's the word? When paths created because, like, convenience paths or something, where a path forms because a lot of people walk over a particular place rather than because there was a path already made. It's like a whimsy path, choice path. Hey, Max Sting. Oh, stuck in advertising purgatory. Notice you've enjoyed playing Rangers largely because in 4E you get to push enemies all over the place and heal and look out for sneaky enemies. Yeah, there's a lot of pushing and shoving in 4E. You can see where it came from in Lancer. Max Sting, so what happens hypothetically to this? Yeah, but I don't think it really changes too much if you say yes or no. I could say no. We've got to help Piers, right, Brioche? No. What's all this now, Brioche? Is it too much to ask that you help Piers in his time of need? Yeah, basically, you can say, when you say no, you're just usually being a jerk. The orb is right before me, yet I cannot reach it. I'm certain I just sensed the power of synergy, but that can't possibly be. Yeah, like my favourite thing here is whenever you sort of use synergy, well, you try to mind read someone who's actually got powers, they actually realise you're doing it and get irritated. Like especially those healer people you find everywhere. Oh yeah, so those purple stones are just instant PP restoration. No, is this synergy? It couldn't be. Isn't synergy just what all magic is called in this? Not necessarily. Except yes. Generally, alchemy and synergy are what powers anything supernatural. Like, we've also already established that there's adepts, which are what the main characters are, who have elemental powers. But there's also, like, the werewolf people, who have animal powers. Yeah, alchemy is more like the fundamental force. Adepts are the people, people who can tap into it. Max Sting, you wonder what's the reason for forced choices in games like this? You've seen a game with a forced choice where it was definitely the right move, but it was making an artistic point. On some level they are making that point, in that they're demonstrating that both yes and no are something that the player character would do. And the game the narrative just sort of wraps around to the scenario where they do that. As opposed to something more open-ended, like say Planescape Torment, where the choices actually matter. It's sort of like in, say, Life is Strange, why Max wouldn't barge past a bunch of girls who are blocking her way. Icky. I thought I felt for synergy, but it couldn't possibly be this absolute muppet standing next to me. They could never. I'm very powerful and intelligent. Max Sting, it seems dubious to say that the main character would say yes or no, particularly to something like this, though. Well, they could either say, yes, we should help Piers, or no, it's not really our problem. That's power. Was that synergy? He's really not noticing this, is he? Oh wow, I thought he just had really weird hair, but I just realised those straps are just part of his cape. I knew it. See, there, you could answer no, but you'd be coming across a bit more sarcastic. Icky is fine for comedy. Monkey Island gives you 3 different responses to a thread, but they all lead to you saying, I see your point. I should have spotted it at once. You're adepts. Wait, so does that mean you're... Okay, to be fair, the party didn't realise this guy was clearly a freaking... You literally saw him freeze the damn water. Yes, my name is Piers, and I too am an adept. Max saying, cat, you love them, but leave you alone, you're injecting. Yeah, let her inject her estrogen, kitty cat. You can be adorable later. Icky, the cat is helping. It's true. Yeah, when I've got my 2 weeks off, I might go full cat girl. Just because I can. Notice Piers, the water guy's named Piers. Yep, especially when the 2 main water users in the last game were called Mia and Alex. Icky, thank you for the quote. I'm sure that won't come back to haunt me. To be honest, everyone in Lemuria is an adept, and not just me. What's Lemuria? Icky, quote number 17. I just made the judge sound like a cat girl. I'm going to hell. Lemuria is an island that lies in the centre of the Eastern Sea. Wait a second, you said Lemuria? I've heard that name before. Of course, it was Lord Babby. He often spoke to me of Lemuria. He said it was so advanced that we could scarcely begin to imagine what it must have been like. You're correct. My home was and is all that you say. Whoever told you this knows much of Lemuria. But wait, if it's so far away in the middle of the ocean, how come anyone knows so much about it? Well, it's not easily reached, and we Lemurians seldom leave. Icky, if you had a nickel for every time you've added a cat related quote, you'd have 2 nickels, word that's happened twice, etc. I mean, if anything, it's weird it hasn't happened more often on my channel. Notice, as redeemed character voice, make the old guy sound like a cat girl, you guess. God. I will do this, no less, but you owe me. I would not imagine how I could learn anything about us. Except, hold on a moment, Babby. I've heard that name somewhere before. Well, yeah, everyone knows about Lord Babby. He's the ruler of Tolby. I've never heard of Tolby until recently. I'd never left my home of Lemuria. Piers, are you playing games with us? Don't be foolish, what do I gain from lying to you? I'm being quite serious. Piers, yeah? He's not playing games, Jenna, yeah? You can trust him, yeah? Thank you for believing me, Master Sage. Please, call me Craden, yeah? Piers of Lemuria. And I'm the one who should be thanking you, yeah? And thanks to the hydrate, Icky, and the posture check. Yeah? You look puzzled, Brioche. You're probably wondering what I'm talking about. You owe me big time, Nonus. Good line for now. Oh, sorry, good line for right now. Yep, I'm wondering. Yep, I forces me out. What if Babby told me is true? Lemuria is all that remains of a once great civilized nation. Icky. Wow, weird how Nerdist's Blade's character died twice. I don't even know how that was possible. Your friend is correct. Me, in fact, the reason I sent Veil was somewhat reunited to my inability to find Lemuria itself. I don't understand. What was in Veil that had anything to do with Lemuria? Babby believed that in Lemuria alone the power of alchemy remains unbound. Lord Babby had need of Lemuria's alchemy, but despite our effort, we could not find the lost city. Yeah? Maxting, wish you luck. These syringes are terrible. Okay, good luck. Everyone, hold up your hands and, you know, lend your power to Maxting's spirit bomb. That is a Saharian injection. Since Meow could not find Lemuria, Lord Babby sent me to unlock the secrets of alchemy myself. Oh yes, Babby. If I recall correctly, a man named Babby came to Lemuria long ago. He stole one of our ships and fled the Isle. Yes, that must indeed be the same Lord Babby, who now leads the people of Tolby. Okay, that's a typo. It should be now, not no. Tut tut, whoever was in charge of the text like 2 decades ago. Oh god, it's only been 4 minutes since I started doing this character voice. Now I'm even more confused. This is making my head hurt. I mean, if Babby really stole a ship from your home, why would he be trying so hard to find it again? I can yet expect you to understand, my dear. Lord Babby's reasons for Lemuria are complex. If he already found Lemuria once, why doesn't he just go back the same way? Once you've left Lemuria, finding it, again, is quite difficult, even if you know where to look. Well, why? The waters around Lemuria are wrapped in a perpetual fog. It is very difficult to navigate. I remember Lord Babby once saying something to that effect. Even if one locates Lemuria, getting through the fog itself remains quite a challenge. I don't get it. Why can't you just sail straight through it? Notice invoking quote 141? Oh no, Catgirl stands. They mean business. Still can't get over that attack animation from The World Ends With You. The ocean currents around Lemuria are swift and treacherous. Only one who can sail a Lemurian ship can complete the journey. But Babby stole a Lemurian ship from you, right? That means you can sail it. You said yourself he used it to flee the island. Unfortunately, Babby was the only one of us who could use this ship. You see, Lemurian ships can only be held by adepts, which is why I have to get my own Black Orb back. I must be able to captain my ship. There may be something up ahead on this path. Then let's go. Wait a moment, Piers. We want to help you get your orb back. You intend to help me, Kraden? I am on this quest for many reasons, one of them being that I wish to see Lemuria. If you would allow me, that is, I'd like to visit Lemuria for myself. If this is something we would do for Barbie, then I cannot permit it. Yeah? Why not? Babby is a thief. He is not well loved in Lemuria. It is partially on behalf of Babby, But there's more to it yet than that. I want to go to Lemuria so I can see the full power of alchemy here. Notice invoking quote number 353. Create feet. They're going to be mine. I'll turn them into slippers. Don't think I won't. Wow, I was getting a bit unhinged then. I want to aid Piers so that he will take us to Lemuria. What do you say, Brioche? You'll do it? Splendid. I appreciate your offer, but... I understand, Piers. You're not sure if you're able to take us to Lemuria. Is that it? Can't we talk about this later? Yes, yes. Of course. For meow, let's just get that orb back for Piers. Piers joined your party. Frick yeah. We have a water adept, a water adept, a water adept. Okay, he has way too many. Okay, so he's got spring, restore HP, shade, create a watery shield, chill, strike to reduce foe's defense, blind enemy with fog, and reduce a foe's resistance. Okay, so we need another, we need more, Venus adepts. So, Echo. Okay, so there'll be one in the Gumbumba statue and another in the Gumbumba statue. Fair enough. Maxting, you just couldn't help but think, if only an adept could pilot the ship, then Piers is expendable now. True. But we wouldn't do that. Besides, we want to go to Lemuria, apparently. Wait. I'm seeing a lot of X's on the ground. I wonder, wonder. He'll come out through in the end. He'll provide the Piers de Resistance. Fire yourself out of cannon. This looks important. I'll just make a quick note of it. Quatra, those areas might reveal something. Well, down the hole we go. Okay, we're in the Gumbomba statue, where there are apparently 2 more Venus Djinn. So, steel after reversing the gears. Mud after I get the black orb. Okay. Icky, how can it be revealed if it was never revealed in the first place? True. A salamander. Oh yeah, I should probably give Piers some gear. So he's only got a battle mace and some other basic stuff. I had some good swords about. Yep, he can equip the Stormbrand. Okay, that's worse. Maxting, getting Piers some gear. And a statue full of gears, no less. Okay, so this is creating a one-way path. Lucky I can just slide down. There's a chest that way. A bone fighter. You better not be a mimic. What'd I say? Icky, mere tier gear for Piers won't save him here, you fear. Maxting, the gender neutral Boneman. It's true. And no less invoking point number 519. Are you a mimic? You've got to tell me if you are. It's true, that's how it works. Attack up. Okay. Bind its synergy. Bind is a pretty useful ability, actually. Okay, let's break out the summons. Let's try Zagan. And there he is. No, let's call this an artifact creature because it looked like it was JPEG to death. Max Sting's that a bunch of spells that just lower enemy stats. Basically, Jinn are their own creatures with special abilities. You can unleash wands, and then you can use them to summon. It kind of makes sense in the moment, but it's also kind of hard to explain. I'll see if I can explain it. Ooh, level up. Okay, so Jinn are basically these creatures which have special abilities. They enhance character stats while they're attached. What you can do is you can use them, which detaches them and uses their special ability. And when they're detached, you can use them to summon. Yeah, exactly, Maxine. You occasionally fight them to get powers. Yep, you occasionally find them, and the more you have, the more stat boost you get. But if you can use their one-time abilities, which are usually pretty potent compared to other ones. And then if you've got that detaches them, you can spend your turn to set a Jinn if you want to. Or you can basically use their power to summon. So summons are basically ranked how many Jinn you need for each one. And if you use a Jinn to summon, you basically have to wait for a few turns for it to reset. Bone Armlet. That sounds kind of cursed. Maxing, you need Jinn and also Tonic. Maxing, one time ever or one time per encounter. So basically, when you use the Jinn's ability, it's detached. You can either spend a turn to attach it or use it to summon, in which case it'll automatically attach itself after a while, and when it's recharged. With the cost that you won't have access to it in the meantime. Oh, Hard Nut, I should use that. He's got the lowest defense. Bone Armlet, used to haunt a foe. Okay, who needs it the most? Jenna does. Yeah, maxing it is kind of complicated, but it kind of makes sense after a while. Exactly, Quatcher. You use Jinn to put them on standby, then use standby Jinn to cast a summon. Then the Jinn set themselves back to you once per turn in battle, or gradually as you walk around outside of battle. I assume Suspend's a Magic the Gathering term, no less. Okay, that Doomsayer doesn't look very friendly. Okay, here we are. That's a very suspicious looking rock. Okay, I can't move through there. Right, I've tied the gear still. Red Demon. Damn commies. Yeah. Technically, Piers is the last member you'll find of this party. Like, in the previous game you had 4 characters, right now you have 4 characters. That's how it is. But put a pin in that. Okay, so climby. No point in climbing up, but I can walk through those gears now. And create a shortcut for later. Okay, something about a mouse. Oh, hello. Notice chat input's lagging, you're gonna clear character and be right back. Fair enough. Maxting, you did wonder if there'd be like some stuff going on that results in losing and gaining some of these party members. Like in Final Fantasy II, you spend much of the game with a guest party member. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's true, isn't it? Because like Dawn of Souls, the remake basically had a... Look, I'm on a treadmill. A whole thing where... Well, basically had an entire extra portion where you played as the characters who, spoilers, died. After they were done as guest party members. Maxting, in Chrono Trigger and Xenogears you outright lose the main character, but that's another matter. Yeah, like, main party member dying and having to be replaced is a whole thing in a lot of RPGs. Icky, Chippy arrived? Heck yeah. Man, I haven't had fish and chips for ages. Welcome back, Nihilus. So many gears. We're here, we have gears, we have existential fear. Felt like the summary thing to do. Yeah. Maybe I'll have fish and chips for lunch tomorrow. Mousy! Oh. Okay, so I'll come back here after reversing the gears apparently. But yeah, I can apparently do this. Thank you, mouse. No less Metal Gear. Icky. It can't be. Huh, Metal Gear. Wait, is this the way I came? It's not the way I came. Maybe I should have gone the other way just to see what was there. Notice, did they ever introduce a gas snake or plasma snake? Or a Bose-Einsteinian condensate plate? Snake or a plastic snake? Maxting. As you recall, the thirds ended up being Solidus, so they kind of skipped them. Yeah. To be fair, I think there were like 3 canonical clones and that was it. I've drunk harder spirits than you. Huh. Is that gear flashing? No, that's not the one I meant to do. Maxting, you call yourselves spirits? I never go anywhere without gin. Ice 2 snake. I didn't guess it. Okay, these guys hit hard and they have a scary amount of agility. So they'll get a hit in. Anyway. Everyone remember, next time we see Iris, thank her for showing us where to go. Condemn. Sounds not good. Maxting. Ice 2 is one of the many states of water, ice that have weird properties, and are achievable only under specific range of temperature and pressure. Oh yeah, hence the one short story about Ice 9. Notice BRB moving laundry to dry. Happy drying. It's nice here so I can just dry my stuff outside, which is good because I don't have a dryer. Should really get a dehumidifier for when it's too cold for that. I've got myself in a loop for guessing where I'm going the wrong way, and running into a random encounter that makes me forget where I'm going. Icky, you could wash your bed sheets and then dry them outside. Oh yeah, my new cargo trousers were delivered earlier, so maybe I should do another wash just so I can have them nice and clean. I suppose I should check they fit first. Level up. Maxting, thanks for reminding you. You've got to finish organising some laundry today. Yeah, it always has to be done. Okay, one way or the other. Gonna rock you like her. Icky, alas you have discovered the fun of reshaping woolen garments after washing. Yeah. It's really worth, you know, actually, just hand washing them all just to avoid that. Icky, otherwise they shrink to the point of looking like a Yuffie cosplay. Headcanon accepted. Okay, I need to go the other way for a chest. Okay, you aren't a mimic, are you? Are you a real chest? You're not going to free-run me, are you? You're not, are you? Okay, I've not been free-runned. Icky, what headcanon? That Yuffie shrank her laundry one day and decided to double down? Yeah, exactly. You'd accept that also. Like, she has that bratty ninja girl thing going on, so you just know she'd be like, no, I meant to do that. Okay, we're here. Okay. Pounds your steak. Plonk. And everything's been reversed. I guess now I can get that gin. Now let's reblock to save someone's laundry, I guess. Unless you're a cool ninja, in which case you do you. Yes, sleep. Oh, we're back in the pink gear room. Go back to where the mouse showed you how to get through the gears, find the two pink gears, jump on the left one and drop down to the Venus gin. Okay. Jump down on the left gear. Maxting, on the earliest subjects of lead characters dying and being replaced in JRPGs, you think Xenogears, the lost character is never adequately replaced, and you think this is narratively deliberate. Like Ares, except Ares was merely a healer, and the Xenogears character you lose is a much keener loss. Okay. The example I remember the best is Legend of Dragoon, because basically one of the main characters is replaced partway through. Well, is killed and gets replaced partway through a very, like, the character's similar but is much faster and a bit less, basically higher agility, less strength. How do I get there? A bit like Final Fantasy V, where you use Golovin and immediately get his granddaughter. Exactly. Then you lose his granddaughter and get her back later. Wait, no, I was thinking of what's her face from 6. Never mind. To be honest, I don't really remember 5 as well as I remember other Final Fantasies. Okay, so I need to hop on the leftmost gear. Maybe it meant the right. Oh wait, no. Oh, I forgot it was going to attack. Well. Oof. Ooh. Okay, it's down. Maxing, in Xenogears, you think the intention was to make you want them back really badly, and to make you fight all the harder for them because their narrative importance is paramount, so their mechanical importance might as well be too. Thinking about it, that keenly felt loss of both emotionally and mechanically is reflected in the historical record of the setting insofar as it's not been completely controlled by the fascist villains who keep everyone unaware of their history. Exactly. Okay. Steel. Siphon a foe's HP with a kiss. I see what they did there. Oh yeah, I should heal. Xenogears is a bit intense. Fair enough. Oh yeah, I should drop down here, shouldn't I? I can't. Okay. Are the healing items? Yes. To be fair, we should probably use them. Now. Okay, hoard consumable items like a dragon. Cool, got it. Can I buy like 99 basic healing items? Oh, sorry, basic ass healing items, so cool because they heal your ass, and use those instead of PP. But you're a bit more limited in how many you can stack at once, basically. Yeah, I guess my only option is to backtrack now. Quatra, ride the blue gear. I'd already been that way. Yep, see, now I can go this way. Maxty, your wife is pretty. Ah. And I hope she's doing well. Oh, hello. What we got here? Icky. Excellent news, exactly. Maxting, underemployed, but otherwise okay. Quatra, have no wife, never will. I probably never will, but that's more because I'm ace and I'm not entirely sure I want a relationship, but I am sort of technically also a lesbian, so I may have a wife. It's complicated. Focus your energies. Okay, we're well past having to make him sound like a cat girl. Everyone, look over here. Let us now present our jewel to the great Gambomba. Oh, great Gambomba, please accept this, our humble gift. Please, great Gambomba, accept this jewel. Look, the great Gambomba has noticed the light of the jewel. Okay, so we need to fix this. You are still not pleased. No, this time he almost seemed like he might. We must continue. Drums. More drums. Quattro, maxing to Quattro. Hopefully you have no interest in romance or no interest in wives. Quattro, no, you just don't think you're a likeable person. Now, as the saying goes, no one will love you until you love yourself. So that's how it works. Which, you know, I know that can suck, but basically, don't sell yourself short. Quattro, frankly, that's not true. You don't like yourself, but your wife still loves you. Well, I don't think I'm qualified to comment on that. Oh, so that's how it works. He's been failing because the conduit that channels his psi energy is broken. Should we reconnect the conduit so he can complete the ceremony? Yep. That won't help them, Brioche. They're the one who stole my orb from the Mandarins. Yes, I understand you're angry at them, but it really is in our best interest to help. Think about it, Piers. Akafubu stole the orb solely to perform this ceremony. So what do you think he intends to do with the orb? He means to give it to the great Gambomba. Oh, so if his ceremony succeeds, the orb will be taken into the statue. And if we're inside the statue, if the ceremony succeeds, we can find the orb. I don't want to help that Akafubu, but I don't like the idea of helping any more than you do. But if we can, end this without a fight. You're right, Sheba. Let's see if we can't help him finish this little ceremony. It looks like the energy charge is supposed to run over these blocks. If we can just move the around a little, we might be able to complete the circuit. Oh, there we go. These panels have arrows on them. What do you think it all means? Look at the directions they point. I bet these will rotate the blocks. But how do we set the blocks back in place? Just pan them in. Won't that do the trick? We must watch the path his energy takes and move the blocks accordingly. Oh, the magic. The power of the witch doctor fills my body. At the count of 20, I shall present our jewel to the great Gambomba. Make your hearts as one and dance for the great Gambomba. Okay, so we need to pound. Yeah. This is stressful, this is stressful. I'm not entirely sure this will work, but oh shoot, I missed one. No, that was right. Okay, that one needs to be a different direction though.
Oh, great gun bomber, please accept this our humble gift.
Shoot, I'm out of time. Wait, wait.
Look, the great gun bomber has seen our jewel. We've enraged the great gun bomber. No, the great catastrophe shot before the Kimbombo. Silence, silence!
Max Sting Depression Comics 387 has a rather nice rebuttal to the notion you have to love yourself before you can love someone else. Icky, you're definitely capable of loving other people, still working on that for yourself and making progress. Yeah, I guess it's complicated.
Do not be hasty. The great gun bomber has not opened his eyes in anger. Your prayers have not appeased him, that is all. Pray, you must pray more. Let the great gun bomber hear our desires. Drums, more drums.
Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so we need that one to go up. We need this one to go up. No, we need that one to go around. Up. Do it. Yep, I think I've got it now. So let's recap. This will go. Yep, and this will go. Yep, we're all set.
Look, the great gun bomber has responded to our gift.
What's up?
Did you see it, people? At last, the great gun bomber accepts me. I shall answer his call. I shall enter the great gun bomber. Wait for me, my people.
The black orb. Where is it? I saw it roll in there. It came through there. Wait, it came through there and rolled along this groove into the floor.
It vanished into that hole.
It looked pretty deep. Can you see it? Do you think you can reach it? No, I can't even see it. It's no use. Now I'll never see Lemuria again. I'm lost forever from my homeland. Wait, hold on. I can see the light on the other side of this hole.
A light? There must be a room on the other side of this statue. Who are you? What are you doing here? Are you Kimbombo?
Yes? Cosplay suggestion. Tara Bradford. Heck yeah.
What? Do you take me for a naive fool?
I mean, it was worth a try.
We've come to reclaim the black orb you stole. Do you really believe I would permit you to take it?
Hey, watch it. You wouldn't even be in here if it wasn't for us.
What's that supposed to mean? Why should I believe you? I am Akafubu, the chosen witch doctor of Kimbombo.
No, if someone asks if you're a god, you say yes. Yeah, we know. We saw your magic energy flowing past us. See how the channel runs along this floor? Here, look, it runs all the way over there. But the thing is, the circuit was broken right there. So we completed the circuit so that your magic energy could go where it needs to go.
But if you truly did this, then why? Why did you help me? We're sort of hoping that we could take the orb if your ceremony succeeded. Ah, so you haven't taken the orb. Then begone. You have no further business here.
But we didn't get the orb. It rolled through this groove and right into this hole.
We saw a light through there, so we suspect there must be another room behind the wall. I might be able to retrieve the orb.
Do you think Akafu would really return the orb to us? He seems reasonable. Maybe we had him all wrong. I thought Akafu was an evil man, but I guess we were wrong.
You can never tell, Sheba. We have little choice but to trust that he will return it. Come on. Let's go, Brioche.
Oh yeah. Found in the Gombomba statue. Once you get the black orb in the Gombomba statue, go visit the mayor of Madra to get the cyclone chip. Then come back to the gear tower where you found the black orb. Okay, so I need to come back here with a specific item. Yep, I think I need to get the orb, then go to town, then come back again. While the wording is, once you get the black orb in the Gombomba statue. So, it could be read as once you get it in the statue, or once you get it in the statue. Well, maybe it's just dead ahead anyway. Okay, so the orb's been stuck in a marble run.
I followed the Aorus instructions and entered the final chamber. He told me that if I reached this chamber, I would become Kimbombo's witch doctor. But what must I do here to become a witch doctor? I do not know.
Well, we're taking the orb back.
Oh, young witch doctor, you have succeeded in your task. You have found this chamber. Who speaks? It sounded like it was the statue of the great Gombomba. That's ridiculous.
Akafubu, your magic has grown strong. At last you are worthy of the title of Witch Doctor. I give you the feathers and gown that are the badges of your office. Okay, he just got a magical girl transformation.
Akafubu, from this day forward you shall be Kimbomba's witch doctor. I've done it. I finally earned the right to be a witch doctor. At last. Yes.
And there is one thing that remains for me to give to you. Akafubu, you hasty fool, I had something else to give to you, and in your haste you left too soon.
Say, you there. Yes, you looking around there. I have magic for Akafu, magic that he will soon need, but he is not ready for it. As a result, I have decided I shall not pass this magic on to anyone just yet. Tell this to Akafu. If he desires his new magic, then he must earn it himself. If Akafu does not refine his magical arts, then he will never earn this new power.
Yeah, I like that he's not really just a bad guy, he's just really impulsive.
This power should not be realised until he ceases living only for himself, and instead lives his life to benefit others. Tell him so. I don't suppose you could just give that magic to us? What do you mean? I'm just asking if maybe we could earn that magic before Akafubu. The power can be claimed by another, but only if Akafubu lacks the will to earn it himself. Oh, so we can guess it. Perhaps if he must compete for his power, he will focus and take his office seriously. But before you do this thing, you must convey to Akafubu. I have told you. Oh, of course, we wouldn't dream of cheating him. We'll tell him all that you have told us. Follow the path, and you'll find a cavern. But now I shall sleep until the time comes when I must anoint a new witch doctor.
Okay, can we have the orb back, please?
Brioche, go and get Piers' precious orb. It allows him to control our precious bodily fluids.
Brioche.
Brioche, do you have any idea what this great gambomba really is?
Nope.
You do not understand either? Then I do not feel quite so foolish.
Exactly, Max Ting. Our precious, precious bodily fluids.
But doesn't this witch doctor magic seem not unlike some kind of synergy? Wouldn't it be quite fortunate if we were to get our hands on that power ourselves?
Yep.
Oh, you didn't need much convincing at all, did you, Brioche? I needn't remind you, but we're going to need every kind of synergy we can muster to complete this quest. Either way, Brioche, we are at the very least obligated to deliver the Gambomba's message. We must fulfill our promise to the Gambomba. Then maybe we can come back inside this Gambomba statue some other time to get it.
Brioche carried the message of the Gambomba to Akafubu. By the time Brioche finished his story, dawn had broken.
Right, well, I guess that's that. You're a virtuous man coming here to deliver this message. My son and I thank you. What do we have to be thankful of? If they had just stopped me from leaving the Great Gambomba, then this would never have happened. What? If you had been more interested in your duty, you would not have left so quickly. But father, these people are trying to steal the magic of our people. It should be mine.
Max Ting, the whole bodily fluids thing was a bit funnier to you before you realised it's literally just advanced white supremacy BS being played for laughs. Yeah, it's still funny, just more grim. Knowing there's people who pretty much believe exactly what Ripper said. Yeah, I suppose that's a problem, isn't it?
Mine, I tell you, that power belongs to me. I'm going to be the one to get the Great Gambomba's magic. You'll see. My son, you have much to learn. He may look like a man before me. He acts like a child. See how he behaves when he gets excited. No matter what I say, he won't listen to me right now. I think he has had enough for today. I see your point. Well, I suppose we should be leaving then. After all, our journey has only just begun. We cannot remain idle any longer.
Well, see ya. Hate to be ya.
I couldn't for the life of me figure out how our warriors got to Indra without a boat. But I just found out that something has pushed Indra into a contact with Godwin. Because Kimbomba lies hidden deep in the continent, we rarely hear news of the Eastern Sea.
Many in Godot fear the might of Kimbomba warriors, but we don't want to be feared. Now's the time for Kimbomba to change its image. It won't be easy convincing them that we've turned over a new leaf, but we'll try. We think it's time to inform the other villagers that Akafubu has completed the ceremony. I think they'll be glad to know that we no longer pose any threat to them. I'm a mighty warrior trained from birth to be fierce, but if you're feared, you're powerful. I suppose to start my being nice people training on Monday. That's actually kind of funny, you know. Okay, yep, Monday I'm starting my being nice training. Well, welcome to the corporate world, I guess. Okay, he's already got chainmail. Already got an iron shield. It would be slightly better. Max thing, you take the +4, you take the +4 defense from the armor is outweighed by the expense of the property of what it... Yeah, the extra silence is more useful, in my opinion. Okay, I guess we don't need the axe or the pirate sword. Oh, I smell something delectable. We'll be eating some good meat soon. You don't think anyone will notice if I sneak a little nibble while I'm cooking, do you? If you're looking for treasure, look west of the river. The rocky peaks are there. They are called the belly of the continent. Great treasure hides there. Each year, when the rains stop, our warriors look for treasures in the belly of the continent. Maybe the belly is hidden, or the treasure is also. I don't know, but they all return empty-handed. Let me in. You can see Ateka from the bridge in the Western Godwin. My grandfather told me so. Someday I'll be a warrior like my grandfather and I'll be able to see it for myself. If I'm going to be a warrior, I must build more muscle and master the art of the spear. You're going to head to the Western Godwin? Yeah. That's unfortunate. The recent rains have swollen the rivers. It's too dangerous for us to allow anyone to pass. crossing the river by canoe is much too dangerous. I need a ship to get across.
I've heard that if you head down west from southern Godot, you'll see the Eastern Sea. There are 2 continents in the middle of that ocean, Hesperia and Anteca. I know I could find more animals and grain on the far side of the river, if only I could go. These seasonal monsoon rains have swollen the river and made it too dangerous to cross.
Okay. Let's see. Well, let's go investigate the statue then. I suppose it's nice so I don't have to go all the way through again. What are we at? 1 hour, 50 minutes. Okay, I guess I need a different piece of gear for that. Well, a new piece of soul energy to interface with this. Or unless I need to dig. Once I get the black orb in the Gomba statue, go visit the Mirror of Madra to get the Cyclone chip, then come back to the gear tower and found the black orb. Okay, so where is Madra again? Okay, Madra is over here. Oh yeah, I can get that Jin, oh yeah, I can freeze stuff now. Okay, I can also use the void to encounter fewer monsters. That sounds useful. Oh yeah, what apply welding. Oh yeah, those are the Kip and Douse. Yeah, I think Douse is yeah. It was useful in the sort of first game. Max Ting, you got to take off pretty soon, so you're saying goodbye now. Okay. Hope you have everything you do goes well. Oh yeah, there's a gin here. Okay, so grow. No, that's not it. Nope, that didn't work. There we go. Basically, grow you get by changing the character classes a bit by swapping around gins based on elements. Okay, let's just save. Yep, exactly, Max Ting. Another gin. Now let's give it a good walloping. Borealis, God of the North Winds. I like this one just because it's like a Mr. Freezy attack. Or a Mr. Frosty attack. Okay, so I can't give that to her until she... There we go. Effects of Unleashing Battle, calm a foe with Soothing Sense. Okay, and this will grant me Ward. Nice. Okay, that's a shortcut. It's a lot of pixies. And that's much fewer pixies. Okay, shortcut. Fair enough. Alright. I guess I'll trek back to Madra. Get that gin. Probably use some other stuff. And maybe call it there, because... well, we're at like the 2 hour mark, so... Okay, we're back in the cliffs. I believe there was a mushroom of some sort. So there should be a pool of water or something I can freeze. Ah, yes. There it is. Okay, healing fungus. And I've bypassed a ton of the jumping puzzle, so that's nice. We're getting off? Thank you. So where does this lead? Okay, it just brings you back round here. Okay, I'll just cast a void so I can have a clean run back. And we're back at Madra. So there should be somewhere I can turn that fungus in.
One of the sailors, Brad, was very curious about Piers' ship. A little too curious. It looked similar, like he almost had a similar boat, almost identical to Piers's. We've had a lot of strange visitors since Piers showed up.
Okay, the party from the original game's been this way.
Sailors came through recently with a ship similar to Piers, but I've never seen one before. Are they everywhere? Are they new? Or as I understand, hey, I'd even give a sailboat a try, but there's no way I'm setting foot on a ship powered by some full magic thingy.
I don't know what that will happen when they all head out to sea. They know nothing about sailing. The people of Madra know our own lands well, but we know little of the world beyond. What kind of fool would think himself ready to sail into the world he knows nothing about? There should apparently be an old couple who needs some medical help.
We just climb the cliffs between here and Godwin. If someone would just drop down some ropes from the top, it wouldn't be a problem.
My husband, well, it relishes those rare mushrooms growing in the Godwin cliffs. I wish someone would bring some back for him.
Oh my, is that?
Is that one of his most favourite mushrooms?
Did you climb all the way to those cliffs just to get that mushroom for us?
Icky, they can just fall over and ask for directions. It's true. Notice you're gonna lurk and have a nap. Have a good one. Okay. Have a good nap, Nolis. That's the nicest thing everyone has ever done for me. I have to thank you for this. Oh, what could I have that a warrior like you would want? That's a tricky one. Oh, we're getting the gin. I don't know if you want a pet, but this is all we can offer. Take care of it. Jennifer and the Mars Gin, Charmander. I can't wait for dinner tonight. Batter fried mushrooms. This here is enough of a mushroom that I'll be eating it for days. What does this one do? Paralyze foes with a strong blow. Heck yeah. And I've unlocked Aura and Healing Aura. Restore 50 HP. Oh yeah, party heal. hello. Have you by any chance seen a girl named Minardi? Yep, she's from the Mars clan. Yeah? You have? And you're telling me that my sister is dead? If you continue these lies, I might take it upon myself to shut you up. Get out of my sight. Where could Minardi have gone? Where are you, my sister? Man, it's going to be super awkward if we join up with the old party. Oh, hey, these guys are back. Brioche, you're back. And you brought Piers with you.
Oh, Piers. Piers, I must apologise for the trouble we've caused you. I'm sorry we lost your jewel. Don't be. Everything works out for the best.
Piers, you said you were going to go to Godwin. Did you make it?
Yes, in fact we just returned.
Really, I think they worked that part out.
And your jewel? You actually got it back from the Kimbombo? Incredible.
I was able to recover it with the help of Brioche and his friends. That's wonderful. I'm so relieved. I was worried you never might get it back.
That's why we came back, so that you know we've recovered it. Worry no more.
If you've already recovered the jewel, why don't you stay here a bit longer? Unfortunately, we can't. Hey, have you seen that girl out front? We must go to the island that is my home.
Piers, are you sure?
After what you've been through, I feel like I've learned a few things. Like what? Like the fact you're truly good people. And that you've gone great lengths, no other reason than to help those in need. Okay, my voice is seizing up a bit. Sorry about that. I've come to realise that I too must do something to help where I can. Obviously, I've got 2 days of TTRPGs. Well, technically 1 day of streamed TTRPGs and the other is going to be pre-recorded. But I should probably rest my voice a bit. Piers. I've made my decision. And the sooner we depart, the better, right, Craden? We shall set sail. Brioche to my ship, to the Eastern Sea. Do you truly mean to leave so soon, Piers? I may yet again have reason to visit your town, but yes, I must go.
You seem quite busy. It is their youth that allows them to be so busy.
But we'll be back, I promise. Maybe we'll be able to visit at a more leisurely place. I'd like that. Icky, understandable. The voice is precious. Yep. Can't do my hobby of streaming if I lose my voice. And my lungs are still a bit choky. Plus, you know, I want to try my new trousers on.
I know you went to a lot of trouble to get us that boat, but we just had to give up on it. We just couldn't sit and wait until after it got the thing fixed.
Go visit the Mayor of Madrid to get the Cyclone chip, then come back. Okay. I guess I don't get the Cyclone chip then. Maybe I needed to fix the boat. Oh. Brioche, wait. I believe I promised you a reward for helping with the boat, didn't I? Yep. Imagine you came all this way to put us at ease, and I totally forgot to give this to you. Regardless, I told you I would reward you when the boat was fixed. That may take a while now, it seems. That being the case, I'd like to give you that reward now. We can't accept it now, though, could we, Jenna? The matter is still in shambles from the disaster. We couldn't possibly accept any gifts. Nonsense. Misfortune or not, a promise is a promise. Okay, I got the cyclone chip. I'm glad that I was able to give it to you before you left. Your travel seems to take you from danger into greater danger. Please be careful.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Brioche? He just called you Brioche, didn't he? Why didn't I see it before? You're Brioche. Then Minardi should be around here too, and yet... You won't see Minardi or Saturos ever again. Bread killed them. They're probably at the bottom of the sea by now. Bloody hell, Sheba. Sheba, quiet. I heard that, you little wretched thing. Can it be true? Is my sister dead? Yep. I love how, like, the yes is just like a... Yep. No matter what the tone is. I can't believe it. No one has the power to defeat Saturos and my sister. I've decided they're Cockney. You can't stop me. Yet you have all avoided my gaze. And look at that look on your faces. It's true. Who is this bread? She needs to get this bread. What? You feign ignorance? Why? What? Would you protect her from my fury? Never mind, I believe I heard some rumours of a traveller named Bread lately. Is this Bread the one they've been speaking of? Is he pursuing you? If that's the case, then this Bread should show up here sooner or later.
How do you know it wasn't Brioche who defeated your sister?
What do you take me for? I'm a warrior like my sister. I can gauge a man's strength at a single glance. You haven't caught up into... Even if you doubled Brioche's power, he would still be no match for my sister. And besides, I doubt Brioche could find it in himself to betray my sister. He knows that the lives of those he holds dear would be hanging in the balance. But I must congratulate you both on your successes at both the Mercury and Venus lighthouses. Although your success there now prevents us from returning to the Western Sea. You would have failed, of course, had we not researched how to climb those lighthouses. Oh, didn't Minardi tell you? Regardless, Bread won't be getting in my way. You'll have to find your own way to the Western Sea. And if you make the journey, you'll have to light Jupiter on your own as well. We'll have our own work to do, and number one on the list is taking care of Bread. Are we clear on this, Brioche? Okay. Aren't you an obedient boy? If you're worried you can't get it done, we could help you a bit.
No, thank you. I believe we'll just find the Jupiter Lighthouse on our own if it's all the same.
I see. Don't let us down. We're going to find that Bread. I'm going to find this Bread. I'm going to get this Bread. That name was the gift that keeps on giving. And I swear that the last thing he sees will be Cast avenging the death of her dear sister. Wow, and I thought Saturos and Minardi had issues. Sheba, she's angry her sibling got killed. I think that's kind of acceptable. We shouldn't take Cast too lightly.
Wait a moment. Cast did just say we, didn't she? Yes, Saturos and Minardi travelled as a pair. Perhaps she has a partner as well.
We ought to warn Bread that Cast is after him. Maybe we should try to find him first. Believe me, I'd love to see Bread again, but we just don't have time to look for him. Plus...
Even if we did find them, I think there's a good chance we'd end up fighting them.
Why?
We're trying to achieve... they are trying to... Sorry, what we're trying to achieve, they're trying to prevent, and they will fight to stop us.
Jenna, aren't you inbred an item? Couldn't you, do something? An item? No, I mean, it's not like that. Backer. Stupid Sheba.
Yes. For now, we should press onwards to Jupiter Lighthouse like we planned.
But what about Garrus and the others? Don't you mean bread? Sheba, be quiet. Sheesh.
Are you ready to listen yet? They were strong enough to defeat Sartoris and Minardi. They won't be beaten easily. We should continue on ahead just as Sartoris and Minardi would have. Okay, Jenna? Sheba, Piers, you ready? Then we should be going, right, Brioche?
So, how do I get that chest? Oh yeah, I should, Cyclone chip. Conjure wind to scatter weeds. Okay, that sounds about right. How do I get that chest? Well, yeah. As I said, my voice is fading a bit, so we'll call it here. I'll go back and get the thing. And I believe after I've done that and then I go to Piers' ship, the world opens up a bit. Yeah. Anyway, let's find someone to raid us out to. Icky, good progress made. Thank you for stream. Enjoy trouser time. I will. I'm very excited to try out my cargo trousers. I'm gonna have so many pockets. Okay, so I was in Summer's chat before I started streaming, so I'll give her a raid. So yep, tomorrow I'll be on Nick's channel for some more Guild of Icons. And this is going to be Guild of Icons 2, Book 2, Episode 2. Lots of 2s there. I'm playing we're basically playing the Tricons, like a bunch of child adventurers. I'm playing a sort of Buffy the Vampire Slayer monk character. So that'll be fun. And we're fighting a giant enemy crab. It's been knocked over, so hopefully we can hit it for massive damage. And hopefully my voice will have recovered. Icky. Guild of Icons, Book 2, Part 2, Episode 1, 0, DX. Exactly. Anyways, yep, we're gonna raid in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. You're still my favourites.